Abraham had a son. When Abram was 99 years old, one day God appeared to him in a vision and said, I am God Almighty, take his son to a mountain, and I will set up my covenant between me and you. A sacrifice is something of great value. Abram fell face down, and God continued. Here is my Old Testament times. A sacrifice become the father of many nations that was killed on an altar. Your name will no longer be Abram. This time, though, your name God asked Abraham to sacrifice his son. For I will make you the father of many nations. I will bless you. Abraham got up early and make you the father of many nations and kings. He split wood to take to the mountain for the sacrifice. Sarai's name to Sarah. He gathered 2 of his helpers and his son Isaac and give her and they started the trip up the mountain. Abraham laughed to himself. On the third day of the journey, born to a man Abraham who was 100 years old and saw a place far off in the distance. But God said, he told the helpers to stay where they were. Sarah will have a son, and you will name Abraham him Isaac. Said that he and Isaac would walk further to worship God and then return to them. God carried the wood for the sacrifice. A year later, Sarah gave Abraham birth to a son. Carried the rest of the supplies. Abraham named his son Isaac. Isaac saw that something was missing. Told him to do. He asked Abraham, "Where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" Abraham answered, "Don't worry, my son. God will provide the lamb." Abraham arranged the wood and built the altar. Then Abraham put Isaac on top of the wood. Just as Abraham was about to sacrifice Isaac, God's angel called out and said, "Abraham, Abraham." Abraham immediately stopped. The angel said, "Do not hurt the boy." When Abram was 99 years old, God appeared to him in a vision and said, Abraham looked up, "I am God Almighty, caught by its horns in the bushes, and I will set up my covenant." Abraham took the ram and offered it as a sacrifice in place of his son. Abram fell face down, and God continued, "The Lord will provide." Here is my covenant, because God provided a substitute. You will become the father of many nations. Your name will no longer be Abram. Because you have obeyed God, your offspring, I will make you the father of many nations. Stars in the sky, I will bless you greatly, and make you the father of many nations, all of the nations on earth. God also changed Sarai's name to Sarah. God said, "I will bless her and give her a son." Abraham laughed to himself. How can a child be born to a man who is 100 years old and to a woman who is 90? But God said,
And now for a report from a very, very, very gifted student at Mooseberry Academy.
Hey everyone! Looks like we're still snowed in since the weather machine, whatever it is still malfunctioning. How are my favorite classmates holding up? Oh, wait. Did I say classmates? I should call you something different because I'm actually in charge of you. Oh, I know. I'll call you my lowers, because you're all lower than me. Doesn't that sound fun? Anyway, I just have a few things to discuss. All right, number 1.
Shouldn't one of us try to find the weather machine and turn it off? Hear, hear!
Number 1, no interrupting me. The easiest way for a lower to let me know you respect me as your higher up is to not speak while I speak.
But what about...
No.
I just wanna... It's only fair to...
And you just lost your right to speak. Oopsie. Anyone else interested in losing their speaking privileges? Great! Now, on to number 2. There's been a lot of talk about getting to the bottom of this malfunctioning weather machine. Like, maybe if we find it, we can turn it off. But I have to say, I think it's best if we just leave it be. Those things find a way of working themselves out. But to show that I am fair to my lowers, let's take a vote. All those in favor of finding the machine, raise your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all those opposed to finding the machine? 1. Oh, so close. But it looks like I win. Sorry, everyone. You have a question?
Yeah, isn't 5 more than 1?
You are correct. In regular math, 5 is more than 1. But in higher, lower math, 1 is higher than any other number, if the 1 is me. Let me explain. I don't have to listen to anyone. I don't answer to anyone. I come with my own ideas, and then I do them, because no one can tell me not to. Is that clear? Paris, do you have a question?
Not a question, just like an observation or whatever. I feel like you're making the same mistakes a lot of other leaders make, which is living for yourself or whatever instead of living for God.
Be careful. I'd hate to think you're being disrespectful to me.
You should be more concerned with whether or not you're being disrespectful to God. I mean, He's God. You may think you're in charge of this classroom, but He knows He's in charge of the whole world.
Listen to me.
Hold on. I'm not finished. Because He's in charge, because He made us, we should honor and respect and obey Him. That means living our lives in a way that glorifies Him. So I have a question for you, Nellie. As our higher up, are you glorifying and honoring God or yourself?
So 1 is greater than 5, but only because God is the 1.